Hey, good morning and welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors. This morning we're doing something totally different. What we're going to do is we're going to be doing an ice rescue, and we're with our good friend Adam Walton here from Pike Pole Guide Service and the Janesville Fire Department. And Adam, tell everybody what we're up to this morning.
Well, this morning we're going to fall through the ice intentionally without any protective gear on, so no wetsuit or anything. The only thing we do have in place are obviously our life jackets for safety reasons. But other than that, we're going to try to do a real life demo of what happens to your body when you fall through the water, the cold water shock aspect of it, how it takes your breath away, and then how, when that breath returns to you after about 2 minutes, how to formulate a plan and how to get out.
All right, you ready? All right. Woo! Whoa, look at this. Whoa. As you can see how that takes your breath away.
I forgot my cell phone. No, just kidding. Just kidding. My stomach's cramping up pretty hard. I got a diver coming by me. But we're good. Okay. All right. So my breathing, gotta get a little bit under control. So my whole goal now, my body's tingling, it's burning really bad, my stomach's cramping up.
Yep.
My breathing's a little bit better now.
So you got acclimated.
Yep, it's getting acclimated now. So, all right. So now I can start thinking about what I want to do to get out of here. Got my goal, keep my head above water.
And that's the main thing right there.
That's my main thing right there.
Yep.
So now I'm ready to rock and roll. So I know the ice was mostly safe the way I came in on. So what I'm going to do is retrace my tracks. So I want to come in where I came in at, was about right here. And ice may break off as I try to get up, and that's fine, and it's fairly common. What you want to do is break that off, push it to the side. Eventually you're going to get on to some solid ice, and when you do so, that's where we're going to try to get out. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is to get my body up on top of the ice, and then kick my legs simultaneously so I'm in a line and try to shoot out straight onto the ice. So it's going to be hard to do without picks. It's pretty slippery, and yes, I do have picks on, but I'm going to show you that if I can get out here first without picks. So up and breaks off.
Okay.
Push it away.
Right. You're just trying to get to the better ice that'll hold your body.
Right. Okay. Chicken. See how slippery this is?
And the ice is actually blowing down a little bit. Nice
so
job.
I want to disperse my weight. Don't get up right away. Disperse your weight. Roll away until you're on safe ice.
Oh. Nice. Nice job.
And get out. So you have picks.
Yep.
We're gonna do this.
You're gonna do it again, huh?
We'll do it again.
Okay. Now watch that ice bowl underneath them. There it goes. You're scaring the ducks.
Oh. Okay. Same situation. Breathing under control. Now my body's already acclimated somewhat, so I don't have to go through all that again. But if you did, same thing. Get your breathing under control. But once you have your breathing under control, get back up on the ice the way you came in. And get your picks out. Have these around your neck, so you can just get out like this. Same thing. You're gonna try to get up on the ice like this, and you can see
Much easier.
how much faster that is
Much easier.
to get to
Awesome.
safer area.
That is absolutely awesome. Everybody thinks that they're never going to go through, but you know what? If it never happens, that's a great thing. But if it does, look at how much easier that made. And you know, again, I hate to say this, but this guy's in pretty dang good shape, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so
stellar
you know,
shape.
not everybody that ice fishes is in good a shape. You know, there's a lot of older people, a lot of people overweight that are not going to be able to get themselves out without them picks.
Right,
I'll
and it still
guarantee
takes quite a bit of upper body strength.
It did.
Especially if you're cramping up like I was right there. But it's much easier to do
with the
than
picks.
without them, especially if you don't have snow or anything on that ice.
Right.
My God, it's so slippery. It's hard to even get a grip on that.
You know,
now you have about 10 minutes of fight time before you start to lose the grip in your hands, before you start losing that muscle control.
Yep.
And as time goes on, you're going to start losing muscle control for your arms and your legs. And eventually, most people can last up to 45 minutes to an hour, depending on some variables, you know, outside
Right.
weather temp and stuff,
Right.
before you lose consciousness. So getting out, you got 10-minute to 15-minute window right there to concentrate your efforts to get out. So it's a lot more time than you would think, but there's still a small window before things go bad where you can't.
Right.
And if you can't get out after 15 minutes or so,
You're in deep trouble.
right, there's
Right.
a couple options. Hopefully rescue gets there and they can come get you, or worst case scenario, if nobody's around and nobody's coming, and this is last hopes, is you try to get as much as your body up on the ice. Actually, I'll show you.
I think it's really starting to, I think he's starting to like this.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right, so no help is coming, and you can't get up. You've lost all your will, and all you can do is get up here like this. What you want to do is just try to stay as still as much as you can, and
You're gonna freeze.
you're
down.
going to freeze. Your arms will lock into this ice, because being found like this unconscious at least still gives you a chance of being viable if rescue does come eventually, compared to going unconscious and going under.
That is a very, very good tip right there.
So
I never would even
this
thought
this
about
takes no effort right here. And like my legs, see my legs right now?
Right.
Even with this ice armor suit,
Yep.
I'm not doing anything. That's natural buoyancy of just this ice armor suit.
coming up like that.
Right. All I have on here is blue jeans and my ice armor suit, just like you. And these are steel-toed work boots. Because everybody always asks, well, what if you had heavy boots on? Well, look at that. I'm not even doing that. That's
Right.
my body doing that. And like I said, there's no protective gear on. And this sucks a lot, but this is natural. Like right now, I'm pushing my legs down on purpose. But if I just relax, my legs will come up.
Hey, how am I gonna even go through? You broke all the good ice.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. See, with the nebulous, you can pull yourself up and it gets you out of that water.
And then obviously, you can get yourself to shore. So, and again, it's a pretty cool device.
Ooh, that's a little cool.
Now we're going to the next step, is we're gonna go in and take us into the ambulance and check our body heat.
So we've got him dried off as best as we can. We've actually got a heating gown on. He's going to sit down on the cot right here,
Okay.
and we're going to hook him up to the heater. Key thing is to get him dried off. So right now we've also got some warm air. We're going to go ahead and lay down. We'll blow some warm air up through his gown, and then we're also going to put some heat packs in his groin and his armpits.
So this is actually a heater going through there now.
This is actually a bear claw heater.
Okay.
This blows heated air. It'll blow it through this heating pad through this. This is something we use in the emergency department for hypothermic patients, and we also use them a larger model. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put these heat packs in a pillowcase so there's not direct skin contact, which can run the risk of burning him because right now he can't feel a lot of what his skin is undergoing because he's a little bit numb. So I don't want to burn him. So we're going to put these in this thin layer before we apply them to his groin.
Look at the shake. Make sure you get the shakes. He's shaking like crazy. Look at.
So the shivering is the body's way of warming itself, and the problem is once you lose that compensation.
So once you stop shivering, you're saying, hey doc, once you stop shivering, then you're in deep trouble, huh?
Then you're in rough shape at that point because you're not able to generate any body heat.
Okay.
And when you get into that moderate to severe hypothermia, you really lose your brain power in addition to your muscle power.
Okay. And if in that situation, doc, that somebody does suck in that cold water, what can be done?
So
they're
gonna cough a lot.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yep.
And then what we would do in the hospitals, we would be, making sure their oxygen saturations are good and those types of things. And then chest X-ray, and probably bring them in the hospital overnight and make sure they don't develop a pneumonia. Antibiotics. There's a lot of nasty bacteria and all kinds of stuff in any type of dirty water like that.
Yep. Hey, I'll tell you that pretty much concludes our ice rescue, and we definitely thank the Janesville Fire Department and Rescue for helping us out. And Adam, we thank you for having us come down here and go through this experience. Anything you want to say to our audience before we close this off and go out and do a little bit of crappie fishing?
Well, it was my pleasure having you down here, and I think spreading this message is very important. Like I said, the video that we did a couple years ago, it went out there, but I think with the people we're trying to hit with your show, the message is really going to spread. That safety message is important. A couple of things that we didn't touch on that I think are also important is, remember, always let somebody know where you're going. Travel with partner if you can, and on new ice, make sure that you stay somewhat separated.
Right.
On new ice, we always carry a life jacket in our sled. We don't not wear it, but we have it, and we have a throw rope of at least 50 feet along with our ice picks, which we have on. That way, if your partner does go in, you have a throw rope and a life jacket, you can at least get to him without risking your safety. Try to pull him out. And in whatever case, it's still an emergency, so make sure you still call 911 and get that person taken care of once they get out. Because hypothermia can hit you even if you're not in the water. It can hit you when you're trying to get off the lake too.
Right.
So very important things. Again, you can check our guide service out, Pikeville Fishing. We got the original video of that, but I think today went much better.
Good.
So it was very informative. So
hey, you know what I say?
What's that?
Let's go catch some fish.
Let's do it.